That time come, I be getting lonely, so you know that I find some often. A couple thousand thread counts we be lost in. Vamp life, I fly out of that coffin. You come alive at night and I love it. 100 bout how she want it. And hold it down whenever I come around. How your shape so round and your ass so southern, good lord. Can I frame that? Sports in the top 10 replay. Welcome to the commentator, coming to you live from the center. May my words be your heartbeat, bring heat, keep you warm in the winter.
And this is Poetic Expressions, Carlos Harlow, here with Curtis Cobain. So if you don't mind, just telling us a little bit about yourself and when did you realize that you wanted to pursue a career in music and how did you first get into it?
It was good, Carlos. First and foremost, and I appreciate the interview and all the love and everything.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I say definitely about two and a half years ago. I was in the middle of my term in the Navy, about halfway through my first term. So I was about my 2-year mark, and I really found a love I just got reattached with it. I've always been a writer, but I got attached with the music side, the music aspect. And I did a few songs, and I got a crazy reaction from just everybody on my base. Everybody was real receptive, and I mean, it was just crazy. So that kind of just started a little kick-started. I mean, you always have a passion, but it's fueled by people who love what you gotta do. So that happened, and then I mean, shit. From there, it was a go. I early outed out of the Navy, ended up doing that, and I've been doing music and going hard at it ever since.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay. Now I do remember reading in your bio that you started a duo called a 10 Hut. So tell us a little bit about that. And how did that take place?
Absolutely, and that's kind of what I was, referring to midway through my term. I started a friendship, and with a guy named Will. His stage name is William Rice, and ever since then, man, sparks fly. We're opposite, but we mesh so well. And we started this music. He's been doing music for a while. He was signed with So Def, and a while ago, when like in the Bow era, him and they were like the same era. And yeah, man. So he got me. He kind of ignited that fire. A tin hut is a double meaning to the phrase and to our group. It's a music group. We're not like a duo group. We both are individual artists, but it's a music group. One, we were both in the military, and in the military, a tin hut means attention. So that's like the first meaning of the phrase, a tin hut. So that's where that came from. But also a tin hut is just a play on words because it's a sentence as well, a tin hut. And myself and my partner Will, we come from rough neighborhoods in our respective locations where we grew up. And later in life, we both moved to Orlando, where we're coming from nothing. So a tin hut is like from the ground up. It's coming from nothing, like a tin hut, what you have in your head. So so that's what a tin hut is.
That's cool. Okay. And I noticed he's on your album, right? He's on the song My City, the last track that's on your album.
Absolutely. He had to get on there.
Okay. That's what's up. Cool. Okay, so getting back to your music, your new album is called The Commentator, and it's coming out March 29th, so everyone make sure you go out and get that. And what was the concept behind the album's title? How did you come up with that?
The Commentator, man, it's pretty interesting. I feel like a lot of the perspectives nowadays, like people listen to music and they have their opinion about it. They have their guy that they like. They have their guy style that they like. They like, whoever's hot, man. You like your Kanye's, your Jay-Z's, your Drake's, whoever out there that you like their style, you like how they approach the music. You like all those things about them, and that's what makes you fall in love with their music. With a commentator, I wanted to hit home with coming from that aspect. When you watch a basketball game or a football game or whatever have you, the commentators that are talking about the game, they give you straight what's happening. They come from that perspective. This guy just made a layup. This is what's happening. It's no sugarcoating it. It's no adding flair to it. It's not saying, we're in the club and we do this every week. It's exactly what's happening. And you just call it how you see it. And that's my whole perspective on every song throughout the album.
That's hot. I like that. Yeah, and I can definitely tell from listening to it. I mean, it's just a real, like you said, it's honest, kind of raw perspective throughout the whole album. I mean, you can definitely tell that it comes through on each of the songs. And then speaking of that, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And speaking of that, your new single, For the Camera, which you have the video out for too, which I saw that's really cool. So again, make sure y'all check that out, For the Camera. Check out that music video. And what's interesting on this song is that you're talking about social media in a sense. And just tell us a little bit more what the song is about. And then also, how do you think social media has changed the face of the music industry today?
Okay. For the Camera I told this is one of the singles off the album. For the Camera, it's a big twist in the song, and it's a big twist in the video. If you go and you check that out,
right.
You can go on our YouTube and check it out, For the Camera by Cobain. But with it, how I describe it, what's happening is it's a guy. So many people in the world can relate to this. A guy, he has a girl, and everything's perfect. He don't got a perfect girl. She's not a runway model. She don't drive a Lamborghini or whatever. But
right.
She's there. She's there. He's your down to earth girl. He sees a girl who appears to have it all. He sees the runway model, the crazy girl that's rich and wealthy and smart and super. Everything that his girl is, but times 100. And he pursues that because he thinks that's what society wants. You gotta have that. So I come from the perspective of this girl. She's portrayed in the song and the lyrics, and then also in the video as she's doing it all for the camera. She's portrayed as she's showing off and she's flaunting the things that she has, but in all actuality, in the end, you find that she's not the one. She was doing what she's actually doing. How she's living her life the way it is. He's doing it for the camera. He's doing what he thinks that he should be doing based off of what the world tells you that you need to have.
Right. Right, and I like that twist that you added, too, in the video. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. It's crazy. In the end, the girls end up running into the same world. His girl is an average girl, but she works a job, and she's a nail technician. And then the other girl who doesn't work, and she just works for herself, and she has everything she needs. She goes to get ready for him, and then they meet up, and it goes from there. So you got to check that out.
Ooh, okay. Well, as far as the music industry goes in general, and I mean, we're just hearing a whole lot of, artists like Beyonce. She dropped her CD. What was that? Like a couple of years ago, which is funny because she really wasn't the first artist to do that, but people are crediting her as the first artist to do that because of who she is. But just artists dropping CDs at the last minute, and then you have artists like TLC who are doing a Kickstarter to get a whole lot of money to fund their album. So where do you see the music industry going in the next 5 years, or what trends, just based on what you see being inside of it, would you say is something that would happen a few years from now?
It's tough to get people to buy your music nowadays. I mean, that's the biggest thing. You have to have you have to meet so many demands. As back in the day, you could be saying something and that was enough, or you could just be different and that was enough. And people, oh man, they're different, so I like that, and that's good. Now you gotta be different. You gotta say stuff, or you don't say anything at all in your record. Now you gotta have, waves of people. You gotta represent the whole region of where you are instead of just your city. So there's so many things that you gotta do nowadays that it's kind of just crossed over from people respecting that aspect of the game and just going out to get your stuff. And now it's moving all digital. It's crazy. So I think that if you just follow suit, you be who you are, and then you share what you have. You don't do a lot of the front marketing. That's what Beyonce did, but she had to climb the ladder. She had to get to where she was. If you're an artist that's not well known, that will not work for you. So it's just a science, man, how all this stuff goes. My advice to any artist that's doing it, I mean, you be yourself. There's the worst thing, or what gives me a headache when I turn the radio on is so much imitation.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Yeah. So that's kind of where it is. We got off of a topic a little bit. I apologize for that, but
no, that's cool. No, but yeah, you're right. I mean, there's not a lot of individuality out there, and then some artists that are really getting the sales, it's like, okay, when you really look behind their music, it's not a lot there always.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of, being different and, just being yourself, I noticed that your album, it has it's a mix of everything here. There's like club songs, and then you also have some personal songs and some music that, some people would even say is probably socially conscious, more so with the song Addiction, kind of how I felt with that one. And do you feel an obligation to share your personal experiences through your music, or is it more of you're just in that creative space and then whatever flows out, flows out?
No, I definitely feel, I mean, anything we do, it's a gift. The commentator, I mean, if you play ball, you're playing ball because you love it, but people want to see that. And people don't realize that. If you're a lawyer, you're defending people because you believe in doing that, but you're doing that for other people. So everything you do is a gift. People don't always get that, but that's what it is. So with this, man, I with music, I consciously just really think about that and put that in everything that I make. If it's a club song, if I'm talking like you could call on my album Ben Chose, it's a club song. But what I'm saying in the song, I'm talking about people that go to the club and they're choosing. So it's an actual feeling that I actually have. It's not something that I've seen another artist talk about, so I want to talk about it because it's hot. No, it's just an actual feeling. If I'm talking about addicted, it's an actual feeling. Someone really, really close to me was addicted, and we all are addicted to something. That's kind of my message in that song.
Right.
Every single song, if it's about the club, if it's a ride in the car song, if it's a play with your family song, or if it's a radio pop hit, everything is is an actual real feeling that I want to share. And that's what I feel. That's the most power in music. There's power in politics. There's power in sports. There's power in everything. If you share with everybody else, that's how you get back.
Right. Right. Yeah, and this, I mean, at least from my, and I just wanted to get it from your perspective because at least from me hearing the album today, is just you could tell that was coming through, or at least that was the vibe that I was getting. Is that the things that you were talking about were, really real experiences that you had been through, or things that you had seen, and like you said, not just something that you just get in the studio and start going and say, "Oh, this is hot, so this is what I'm gonna talk about."
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
You call it how you see it, man. It's a commentary.
Right, that's right. That's right. Well, what artists would you say in the music industry, and this is, dead or alive, maybe somebody that's hot right now or even not, what artists in the industry would you say that you have a great respect for, or maybe growing up you looked at them and said, okay, that's how I want to do it. Not necessarily their style, but just their work ethic or their drive.
Man. Well, I mean, you hit a lot of points there. I think I don't know. I got respect for. Respect comes one way, and then people who have drive and are pushing and just working like crazy, that's a whole nother thing. I think J. Cole, like 360, is like killing it. He's working. He's on tour every other day. It's not back-to-back days, and it's real shit. It's not fake. I can hear it. I can feel it. I can see it. And that's what it is. I feel like when I listen to a song, and this is also different with many people, you could be in the club. If you hear it, feel it, and see it, then it's a real song.
Right.
A lot of times you don't get that. If you're in the car and it's a family song, if you can hear it, feel it, and see it, then it's real. If it's not, there's something where somebody say, turn. That's not like
right.
So he's hitting all points. There's a bunch of other artists too, man. Before I did this album, like the last month that I was doing my writing for this album. I was writing for this album for about 2 months for the 9 tracks, and I just stopped listening to everybody, and because I didn't want it to influence my music. Sometimes that's happened, man. I've been doing this for 3 years, not long. There's been a lot of guys who've been doing it a lot longer than me. That has nothing to say about my passion for it or anything. It's just experience, but I feel like I can easily get persuaded. I know what I want to do. I know what I want to talk about. But if something's high, something's good, then you pick up on those little things, how somebody says something or whatever. And now, if you do that one time, you're on the news. You're like, this guy's right here. This guy's right for this guy, man. Come on now.
Right. And you bring up a good point, because that's something that I've heard kind of mixed answers on from certain artists, and I've heard some say the flip side of that, where they've listened and it's like you just said, it's come back to bite them, because you don't go into it thinking, okay, I'm going to take this style or going to copy this from this person, but sometimes it's just a subconscious thing and it just seeps in. So that was one cool thing that I really like about your album, is that I didn't get this sound like, like, for instance, like T-Pain was doing auto-tune when that was really hot. I didn't get that vibe that you would just put something out there that was hot for the moment.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, absolutely. I hear you. And then that's dangerous, man. I got a chance. We've been done for about 2 weeks now, but I got a chance to catch up, man. I got Big Sean stuff. I got Drake's, Kendrick's album, everybody's album, and I was listening. You hear. I mean, these guys keep pushing. They pushing. And with that being said, like they have these new styles, and I mean, it's just pressure, and I love that. But you hear it, and then Drake will say, "Girls asking me for the code for the Wi-Fi." Then when I'm saying something, might want to just make you feel like he did, So it's dangerous, man.
Right.
It's dangerous.
That's true. Yeah, I feel you on that. Well, what would you say if you could pick just 3 words to describe your style of music, or even to describe your album? What would they be?
Well, I can do 2, 3 words. One is from the heart, and the other is how I see it. I mean, that's kind of cliche, but that's just honestly what it is. I start with 511. With that track, it's about myself, but it's about everybody that's out there. You can be whatever you want to be. So many people are turned away. You can't be from the hood and be a lawyer or a doctor. You can't speak this way and do this. You can't be 5'11" and be in the NBA. But it's breaking those barriers, and it's also a double meaning because my brother-in-law he plays in the NBA. He's 5'11", so that's cool. The commentary.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the commentary in there is about that. That's the opener. So I mean, every track, and then I do Bad Mother Lover. That's about my mom, and then Never Know. So all these tracks, they're from the heart, and they're how I see it. So those 3 words for each. That's what my album and pretty much my perspective on every track is.
Cool. That's what's up. And would you say you have a favorite song on the album?
Oh my goodness. I really don't know. You know what? To be honest, I heard it. I've heard the album maybe like 5 times through in the last 2 weeks, because I really I wanted to hear it right after it was done, and then I gave it like 2 or 3 days and listened to it again, did it back and forth. But I can tell you that, like, what other people's favorites are, I got 2 different type of groups of friends. Some of them, a lot of my friends, they've been waiting for Orlando to break out with we don't have a real big music scene here like other cities, and we have Orlando's a pretty prominent city in the country, and we don't have big artists. So my city, a lot of people have been showing me love for that. And these tracks aren't out yet. They come out on the 29th, but the people that I've heard let hear the album or let hear a few tracks, they love my city. But every record is different, man. I hope you saw that, Carlos, when you got to hear it, man.
Oh yeah, I did.
Different.
And it's funny because, and I was interested to see what your answer was when I asked you that, because right now it takes a while usually when I listen to a CD for me to pick out a favorite, and I've listened to it twice today. And the first time I heard it, I was kind of leaning more towards a couple tracks, but I've never really had just one. Said, oh, that's it, that's my favorite. And then when I listened to it the second time, I was like, wait a minute, these couple tracks really standing out now. So, it was really hard for me to pick a favorite too. I really couldn't pick one out.
Hey man, you got to give me one. What you think?
Let me see. Okay, if I just have to pick,
you got to pick one, only one. What you got?
Dang. Okay, you put me on the spot. Let me see. Let me see which one is my favorite here. I think, and I'm just saying right now, it probably change tomorrow. Who knows? But right now, 511 is probably my favorite. And the reason why is because it just caught me off guard. Like when I heard it, it was like, and I guess especially by it being the first track, I was like, dang, that's cool. I mean, the whole concept of it was just, you know, really cool. And that whole thing, like you said earlier about, you know, society can tell you you're not there by their standards, but, you know, you really are. You can maybe be bigger than the person that's supposed to be, you know, 6 feet, so to speak. So I would say right now, that's probably my favorite.
Damn, that's right, man.
You ask me tomorrow, it'll be a different song.
I hear you, man. I appreciate that, man. 511. If there's a track that if somebody asked me to play them one track that best describes the full album, then 511 would be that, the first one. So yeah, I'm glad you like that one, man.
Yeah, I mean, but I like them all for real. And I mean, no bull. And it's funny because I always say on my videos, because I do video blogs too. I always say I think a lot of times when artists have so many tracks on a CD, they usually go wrong because it's, you know, you don't have kind of like the cream of the crop on there. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've heard some CDs that might have like 17, 18 tracks, and it's like, dang, you know, 15 of them was really hot. But this CD is, you can for real just put it in and just let it play. I mean, like I said, the only reason why I didn't get a chance to let it play straight through the first time was just because I was at work, so I had to stop and start. But you can just let it play the whole way through.
Yeah, that's live, man. That makes me feel good. I appreciate that, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. You're welcome. Yeah. Well, what advice would you give to any artists that are trying to break into the music business? You know, maybe the light bulb just went off and they decided, okay, this is what I want to do. You know, what advice would you give them as far as starting or breaking into that?
Okay. This is a huge learning curve for me. This is one thing. Stay persistent. And I hopefully none of these answers are cliche. Stay persistent in what you're doing. And don't be swayed by what you see going on because things change with music so much. That would be my advice to anybody that's wanting to do it. If you're persistent with it and you grind, and not just you're doing this part time. This is something that you can do part time. A lot of the times, if you want to succeed at anything, how often have you seen somebody part time in something but making it that far? Obama can't part time campaigning but be the president. So you can't do that. And then don't be swayed by other people because the real stuff stays. That's what sticks. The stuff that's hot this week or the next or this summer, that stuff goes. And if you let that dictate where you want to start off or how you want to start doing music, then you're gonna be here for a long time. You're gonna be here as long as that it was.
Right.
So that's what's up, man.
Okay. And if you could describe your life in one song, what would it be and why? Now, this could be one of your songs or it could be any song. But if you could just say one song describes you and say, okay, this is me or this is my experience, my life, what I've been through, what song would you say that is?
We're going to go with your favorite so far. We're going to go with 511, man.
Okay.
We'll do that. I mean, growing up to get into where I am now, I feel like, I'm never content with where I'm at, but I'm doing pretty well for myself now, and I want to keep that going and do even better and provide for other people. But I would never ever be in the position I am now or get to where I'm going if I didn't have that over my neck, if I didn't have that mentality like I do on that track. If I didn't feel like, man, it don't matter what nobody else says or where I'm from or, how I speak, if I'm extra proper or anything like that, it don't matter. I'm just gonna go get it regardless. If I ain't have that type of passion, then I wouldn't be where I am. So yeah, that's the track right there that is I don't know, that represents who I am or where I'm at.
Cool. That's what's up. Okay. Well, just one last question I have for you, very important question. If you could just let all your fans know where we can get the album, Commentator, and just remind everyone again when it's coming out, and then where we can find you on social media, website, anything like that.
All right, man. Everybody that's rocking with me, everybody that got to hear this, man, thank you so much. If it wasn't for y'all, if it wasn't for Carlos putting this out, then y'all wouldn't even hear me. So, one, you can get the music from him because I sent it. He got the exclusive. But if you don't want to blow him up too much, then on March 29th, that is this coming Sunday, 2015. Cobain debut album, The Commentator. You can get it on Amazon, iTunes, Google Play, whatever you got, man. You don't want to buy the full album. You want to just check me out, check the track out. Go to Pandora. I'll be on there as well. Spotify. If you out and about and you hear me, you can Shazam it. Whatever you got, man. Just check me out. I'm just like you. I'm no different. I'm not none of these guys that are coming from the untouchable. I'm just like everybody else, man. So yeah, that's where you can get my music. I hope you love it and enjoy it. Carlos, man, I really appreciate this, man. We're gonna be sending you a nice little package, the Commentator package. I got you the album and a shirt and all that stuff, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, definitely gonna support it. Yeah, just want to remind everybody, go check out this album for real. If you're a hip hop fan, I mean, even if you're not, I mean, I think this album will definitely sway you. So definitely check it out, and yeah, it's great. Every track.
Man, I appreciate that, man.
Oh yeah. Cool. What I'll do then is I'm probably going to release part one because I wanted to put something out the day that your album comes out. So I'll put part one to Dallas Black on Sunday, and then what I'll do is I'll put part two on my site Monday.
Dope. All right, cool. I'll be posting both of them, man. Yeah, I mean, I really appreciate it so much.
Oh yeah, you're welcome, definitely. Yeah, no doubt.
So, I'll let you go. We'll stay in contact. I need you to send me your address too. I want to play about that. So
okay. I appreciate it. Okay, I will. I'll send it to you now. I'll send it to you in the DM.
Okay, cool, man. I get the CDs back or whatever. That'll be at you. We got some shirts and stickers and all that stuff. So we'll be sending you our old package.
Okay, I appreciate it. And I'll definitely be pubbing it up, spreading the word about it. Because like I say, it's jamming. And it's funny we're talking about favorite songs because I remember before I heard the album, I told you I really like Nah Bro a lot. I mean, which I like all the songs. Yeah. And I remember you telling me, you were saying that you had done so much more since then. And I was like, dang, okay, I see what he means.
Yeah, man, I love Nah Bro, and so many people do. That was one of the things I really didn't have a full grasp of the full concept of the album, but it was just something I was making. But it made it, man. It's definitely on there. It's a nice track, and again, I mean, it's a real feeling. It's very real. So,
right.
It fit, so it fit on there. So yeah, man, I'm glad you like that one too, man. I'm excited and nervous. I got all the feelings that you have when you're about to do something that you haven't done before. So
right.
I'm excited to share that. We got a lot going on here. Man. I'm doing my first club hosting thing, and we're doing that this weekend. We got a promo team on Saturday. We want to do like 500 albums throughout the city and doing all that stuff. So we got some stuff going, man. I'm excited.
That's cool.
Taking it all in.
Yeah, because you have your album release party is tomorrow, right?
Well, not the release party. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a listening party.
Oh, the listening party. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give the album out. Everybody that comes, they get to hear it. I want their feedback or whatever. We got like sheets, write-up sheets, and stuff like that. Just little stuff. I'm gonna give a few people shirts as well tomorrow, and then we're gonna do the promo day is on Saturday. And we got like a team of 15 people going out throughout the city Saturday. We're gonna do that for 4 hours, 1 to 5, and then Saturday night we're gonna do a party bus to Tampa from Orlando, and all the people that did the promo in the daytime, we're gonna go party. And I'm hosting an event in Tampa with Pleasure P. He's an R&B artist out in Tampa, so. Doing that, and then Sunday when we get back in the morning, the album's out. So,
man, you staying busy, I see.
Trying to, man. This is, it's all exciting, and you got to just kind of. I'm trying to just, relax and after Sunday next week, I'm just 1 week off for a little music, no music.
Right,
back in the
chill mode, right?
Yeah, man, just go crazy, and then after that, then I got a few dudes that want to do features and stuff like that, so I'm getting back to it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Cool.